Alright, hey guys, this is Cheese, and I am now back with an Ubers battle again. As I said in the last Ubers video, I'd made a new team, and this one works way better. As you will soon see, it is made with some of the extremely overused Pokemon in the Ubers tier. But that means that it works, and I guess it's kind of funny to say that it's like the hoary Pokemon of the Ubers tier, just like there's the hoary Pokemon in the OU tier. But yeah, this ends up being a good game, a lot better than some of the ones that I had with that other team that I didn't even upload because they were so one-sided. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this battle, and I hope that I'll have more Ubers battles in the near future. Here it is. Alright, so I actually have my team looking like I'm going to start with my Zekrom. I always have that in lead position, and that makes it easy to put my Groudon in that position instead, since it threatens people out of leading with stuff like Kyogre, which really threatens Groudon. And so I'm not really sure why. I don't even know why he brought a Scrafty here. Like it just does not function in Ubers at all. I'm just gonna lead with my Groudon here, get my Stealth Rocks up on the first turn because those are always very important, especially since I saw that he has a Rayquaza, since it's gonna be pretty helpful to get that 4th damage on each switching. And he goes for a Dragon Dance here. I am not even remotely afraid because my Groudon is max defense. I expect a high jump kick to do less than half, which it does, and I can easily just phase him out with the Dragon Tail. And so that was just didn't help him at all. And another very important thing that I noticed from that team preview is that he doesn't have a single electric resist on his team. So every single time that I can bring in my Zekrom for free, I know that I can go for a Scarfed Bolt Strike at 130 base power, stabbed from that ridiculous power. It's gonna 2-hit KO or 1-hit KO every single thing on his team. So for that reason, I'm just gonna leave my Groudon in here. I believe I end up going for the Earthquake since I forgot to change this guy up so he's got T-Wave. These are just the base set Pokemon from, I think it's no, I can't remember whose Uber's database this one is. It might be Mistfame Media. But yeah, all these Pokemon are from that. I changed some of them up. For example, I gave Zekrom Volt Switch instead of Fusion Bolt. Yeah. But yeah, like I said before, I'm just going to go for the Bolt Strike. And that's going to annihilate something. If he stays in with his Mewtwo, it's going to die in one hit. And if he switches out, I can 2-hit KO anything on his team because he literally has nothing to resist it. Which is very bad for him because this Zekrom is going to end up wrecking a lot of his team. Yeah, I end up getting a crit there. I think it probably would have 1-hit KO'd regardless, but if it hadn't, I could have just 2-hit KO'd. So it wasn't a big deal at all. That did not matter. But he goes into Arceus here, and I make a huge mistake. I look at it, and I'm thinking, oh, it's Dragon-type Arceus. That's why he brought it in. He does have a resist to Zekrom. But then, right after I switch out, I realize, oh, wait, that's Ghost. That's not Dragon. I looked at it wrong. They kind of have similar color schemes to them. I actually realize it when next turn he ends up going for the Shadow Force, which Arceuses usually don't carry unless they're Ghosts. Sometimes they do, you know, for that extra coverage. But usually carry Shadow Claw if they're the normal type Life Orb one. But I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave here because I want to get him slow, since I know he's going to have the extreme speed anyway. But that means that he's going to have to go for the extreme speed, and whenever I bring in, he cannot go for his Shadow Force because he'll be slower. So I'm going to get that Thunder Wave on him since I know that he has to go for Shadow Force next turn because he charged it up on the first turn. And my Ferrothorn does a pretty good job of walling his Arceus, but at the same time, I don't have anything to hit him with. So I predict another Shadow Force here, thinking that he's going to want to dodge my move because I think that he's... No, I don't predict another Shadow Force. I'm expecting him to be faster than him, but obviously I'm not because I'm a Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn is piss slow. That was not a very good description there, but yeah, I go for the Leech Seed. I miss. That is actually extremely unfortunate. I think that's going to end up mattering a lot. And this time I go for Spikes, expecting others. But he's now at +4. And while I think some of my bulkier Pokemon can take an extreme speed at +6, since he doesn't have Life Orb and it's not Stab, I believe I am incorrect in that assumption. But we'll see. I'm just keep going for the Spikes here because I keep predicting him to go for Shadow Force, which he does not. He just keeps setting up his Swords Dances. And while I do get 2 layers of Spikes from this, it's going to end up being really bad for me. So I'm predicting another Shadow Force from here, so I go in my normal type Arc, who I know will take nothing from that. I can set up a Swords Dance while he goes for it next turn. But he just goes for the Earthquake. And that is going to easily take me down, but not kill me, actually. I live with 15 HP, even though that was a +6 Earthquake from an Arceus, which is ridiculous. You know, they always say in Ubers, stuff just randomly lives, and that's the most exciting part about it. But then he gets Parahax, and I get a Shadow Claw off of him. That didn't matter at all. I mean, the Parahax was bound to happen eventually, but since Shadow Claw didn't do damage worth shit, you know, that's... oh well, that's how it goes. So I bring my Ho-Oh here, expecting to live in extreme speed, since Ho-Oh is so naturally bulky, and this Ho-Oh, I think, has almost max HP, and I believe that, I think his base defense is 110, 120-ish, and if my Arceus could take a base 100 +6 Earthquake with less investment, I feel like my Ho-Oh should be able to take a base 80 move, but he gets a crit. I did not calc that. I should calc it to see if it actually would have killed if it was normal damage, but I don't think it would. So here I go into my Zekrom, because I know Zekrom is also very bulky, though I don't have any investment. So I'm expecting to take an extreme speed, but he doesn't even go for it. I don't understand that play at all. I am just going to assume he misclicked, because I don't know what else he could have possibly been thinking. Obviously he's not going to live any hit. I don't know what he was thinking. But yeah, now he's going to switch to a Scrafty, since he's going to take all that entry hazard damage. Okay, the entry hazard damage didn't even matter. Zekrom is just a beast. After this battle, I nicknamed him Badass, so look forward to that in the next video. I nicknamed my entire team, and I feel like some of them are pretty clever, because I really like this Ubers team, and I'm going to be using them for a couple more battles. He goes into Rayquaza here, and since I get confused, I really don't want to stay in and risk that confusion hack, so I'm going to go into my Ferrothorn again, expecting him to Dragon Dance, expecting me to switch, but he just goes for the Extreme Speed, which I, again, do not understand at all. Extreme Speed would have done less than half to my Zekrom, since he's not up any stages at all. I remember using Extreme Speed with my Life Orb Rayquaza one time on a Zekrom, and it did like a measly third or something, even with Life Orb. So now I'm going to expect him to start Dragon Dancing, because I learned my lesson from the last time one of his Pokemon set up on my Ferrothorn, and I know that I need to get that Leech Seed up there immediately. So I do that, which means he's going to start taking a ton of damage. Since he took those Iron Barbs and the Life Orb, and now he's going to be taking Leech Seed. I'll be able to wear him down a lot. And on this next turn, I'm going to go for T-Wave on him, so he doesn't benefit from the speed at all from going for Dragon Dances. Because this Ferrothorn doesn't even carry Gyro Ball, if you hadn't noticed, since I've shown all my moves now. Oh, actually, I don't think I've used Power Whip yet. Yeah, I have Power Whip instead of Gyro Ball, since I do have the Thunder Wave, and Power Whip helps a ton against stuff like Kyogre and Groudon and anything else that I've paralyzed, because Gyro Ball won't do it as much anymore. But yeah, I do live his Earthquake very nicely. I thought I would live that a lot better than that, but this Ferrothorn does not have any defense investment. It's all in special defense and HP. I also changed that after this battle, because that's probably a bad idea. And he's now going to be extremely low from the combination of Life Orb, Iron Barbs from the beginning. He doesn't take Iron Barbs from Earthquake, fortunately for him. And then the Leech Seed and Life Orb. I can't remember if I said Life Orb already, but I'll now bring in my Zekrom. I know from experience that I can easily take an Extreme Speed, even though he's at +1. I think if he had gotten a crit here, it would have killed me, but that would have been very unfortunate. that would have sucked a lot, but he does not get his crit, and I thought I would have to take him out with my next hit before his Life Orb did. I didn't, by the sliver of health that he had, I thought he'd be able to take a Life Orb hit, but he did not. And I'm just going to lock myself into Outrage again, because I do not want to risk missing my Bolt Strike, since it's at that shaky 85 accuracy, which has been known to miss quite a bit. So he has two Pokemon left, his Mewtwo and his Blissey, which are obviously both going to die to an Outrage from my Zekrom, since it is a stab, base 120 move from Zekrom's. I think it's 400 attack. It might even be more than 400. It's about 400. So yeah, he's just a monster. Scarf Zekrom is such a threat in Ubers. I think that's the main reason a ton of people carry Ferrothorn now, since he resists both of Zekrom's stabs. There are not a whole lot of guys that can switch into him easily. Groudon is another one that can take him pretty well. But once their ground type is removed from the battle, Bolt Strike is just a ridiculous force. Like, oh, there's not much that can take a Bolt Strike. Guillotine is another one that can take it pretty well. But yeah, I'm really liking this Ubers metagame. I will definitely be trying to get some more battles in the near future. You guys should let me know what you think of the battles. I remember I still do really enjoy watching Uber's battles when other people upload them, and I enjoy having them as well. It's just such a fast-paced, powerful metagame. It's just really interesting. So I hope you enjoyed the battle. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. And have a great day, guys.